One of the highlights is working with the 3 other people in my group, visiting their schools, undertaking a review of maths, the teaching, the quality of learning, children's progress in maths. That has been a true highlight.
I think the face-to-face days have been really, really good. Having the venue here as well is really nice because it gives you a little bit of time out from your sort of busy life to reflect. But the best bit of the course has definitely been working with other schools. The joint project, because we've had the privilege of going to visit each of the schools, doing some training in each of the schools and learning from each other.
The peer coaching has been, for me, particularly important. So we've all been assigned a peer coach, and we have 6 of those peer coaching sessions across the year. And our coach in particular, Becky, she doesn't talk about the NPQEL, which is lovely. She talks about us, and she talks about our leadership behaviours, and she challenges us and draws things out of us.
I think the highlight has been meeting other colleagues who are in similar positions. I've been lucky enough to be in a peer challenge group which has 3 primary school heads, and I've not really known much about the primary sector in all of my teaching career. I'm very much secondary based, so learning from those and being able to visit their schools as part of the process, as part of task 2, has been really useful for me.
There's been lots of highlights on the programme, lots of highlights. I think working in a peer challenge group has been really positive, and whilst at the start that was the thing I think everybody in the room felt a little nervous about, almost a bit like speed dating, trying to find people to work with, and you sort of finding your feet as to how that might work. But actually, I think that's been a real positive.
I think I've really enjoyed almost going back to university and having the chance to read and research and have to kind of write again. I think it's always really good as an educator to be a student, and sometimes we forget what the experience is like, and I found that really enlightening to kind of go back to be a student again and go through that whole process.
The peer review and contact has been in some ways revolutionary to me, because you can be inward looking in your own school.
And the learning we got from each other, as well as the moral support as well, which I think is quite important because it is a challenging course, has been absolutely vital, and it's been a real highlight.
I would definitely recommend the NPQEL to other heads, whatever stage of their career they are at. There are many things I've learned from it. I've learned from the online courses plus the face-to-face training, and I think that a balance of both of those was essential.
But I would definitely recommend it, because I think even if somebody was going to stay just at a head teacher level for a while, I still think it gives them really good professional development. But if somebody is ready to take that next step into as executive head or a CEO, I think it's absolutely crucial that they get that, really for the sake of the staff and the organisation and the children, because it does give you those skills.
It's been one of the most positive learning experiences that a lot of us have had in a lot of years, really, because it's so relevant to the role. Whether you're in a role already as an executive leader or whether you're aspiring to be an executive leader, I would just completely recommend it, because there's very little out there, or has been very little out there, to support executive leaders, and this has just been brilliant. We've learned a huge amount through the programme, and it had a direct impact on the role as well.
The things that you will learn will make you a better leader of a school or of a group of schools, definitely.
I would recommend this training, and I would recommend it before you go into executive leadership.
I'd recommend the course wholeheartedly to anyone who was aspiring for executive leadership or executive leaders aspiring to become CEOs of MATS. It's been, what I've enjoyed about it has been the blended approach, where you've got your face-to-face, your collaborative work, but also the online training as well.